just got back from our vacation to Europe. The great Went European adventure.
Well, I caught up with Karen, who was already in Lyon, and we just got back yesterday, flying out of Munich to Chicago, and then Chicago to Milwaukee. And the clothes that I wore were wool shirt, very comfortable. I wore it a lot. Underwear, socks. What are these called?
Compression
Compression
socks.
socks for the flight. Pair of pants.
Linen
Pants. And off and on a long sleeve shirt to keep me warm if the airplane got too cold. Also, this hat, which is kind of a Bavarian type style, which was, I guess, naked. Now I added a couple of pins to it. This pin is from the Alps, in the Alps area, and kind of a traditional thing. They do add pins like this to their hats, and this one was added in Munich by our tour.
The Thirsty Historian.
The Thirsty Historian. So now I have a real Bavarian hat.
For your German heritage.
Yes. So this is the backpack I used. A couple of extra carabiners came in handy for a number of things. I had an extra rain hat or hiking hat that I did wear when we did any hikes that for rainy days, or even the long hikes that were more in the wood and the dirt and the real earth areas. This is 20-some days worth of packing. One of our last stops in Mittenwald, we bought some gifts for our loved ones.
Shh, don't tell them. They haven't seen them yet.
I carried a pair of water socks because I do have very very tender bottoms of my feet, so I need these things. Even little teeny tiny rocks bother me. So to keep my feet safe, you always want to keep your feet safe, especially when you're on vacation. These water shoes came in real handy. This is what my clothes were packed in. Kind of a compression bag. I had 4 pair of socks, 4 pair of underwear.
Wool,
all wool. This was supposed to be my swimming towel, which I never had to use because we didn't swim more than 3, maybe 4 times. But wherever we swam, the Airbnb or local host had towels for us, so we didn't even have to use this. My second pair of pants, pair of linen long pants, real comfortable. Probably my nicest looking shirt.
button up, quick dry.
Button up, quick dry, very comfortable, looks nice. My second wool shirt without a collar and buttons, very comfortable. This one was like the shirt that I wore on the way home, only a different color.
You wore that one really often.
I call the pocket on it. It's really only good for boarding flight tickets.
Merino wool.
Pair of shorts, which I wore quite a bit. And a swimming suit that I had to buy in France.
Because it was required. I actually called him because it turned out that the swimming pools, the public swimming pools in France, require you to wear a Speedo type swimming suit, what the girl at the counter called tight. So his normal swimming suit is shorts with a liner, and so I told him to leave that home.
So that was my clothes. They all fit in here except for what I wore. I carried an extra bag, which I used for dirty clothes. Keep them separate from the clean clothes. That came in handy. This is how you make electricity in other countries work for your American plugs.
An adapter.
An adapter with all kinds of ways to adapt. This is the adapter that we had to use in all the countries we were in. So you don't have these and your American plugs aren't going to work. Very handy, very small.
It has 4 USBs.
4 USBs.
And 1 C.
1 C, and you can also plug
your normal,
into
for
the
instance,
front part.
phone plug. So I carried it going and he carried it coming home. And the difference is that it's an adapter, not a converter. So it's important to do the research. For instance, if you're going to take anything more powerful than a cell phone or a power bank, make sure you have a converter for hair dryers. What is those other things called? Hair straighteners.
So the only other thing left in this half of the backpack is what they call a computer pocket. We carried our maps and some gifts in there. Anything that was flat fits in there perfectly. I didn't have a computer, so I didn't need it for a computer. I took maps. These were nice maps to use for information that might be a little harder to see a whole general area. We didn't use these to travel with, but we used these to see the lay of the land that we were traveling through. Pretty handy. We never used them for travel because GPS is so awesome. This was another little bag in the gift pile or the trinket pile that we had. These are all breweries we were at. We were at the oldest brewery in the world, and we were at other significant historic breweries in the Munich area.
That's our tour guide from a tour we took around Munich.
This too.
What is that?
Well, it's a cover for keeping bees out of your drink.
Cool. What a nice gift.
Yeah. It has historic value because during the plague times in Europe, they were trying everything to, fix people getting sick, and one of them was cover your beer. Now, there's more into that history than what we're going to talk about, but that's what this is. It's a beer glass cover.
He also talked about how it came in handy because a lot of the beer gardens were in shady areas with great big huge chestnut trees, and the chestnuts would fall out of the trees and fall into their beer. So they had the covered beer steins.
Okay, so that's half my backpack. The other half, as a pocket, we kept a pair of, a deck of cards. I also kept a bunch of receipts in this pocket, so all the receipts from the day ended up in one spot, and all the receipts for the trip ended up in that one spot. Nice pocket. In the other pocket here, I would keep various items in. What's in it now is the cover, the rain cover for the entire pack, which we never had to use.
The fabric on the pack itself is pretty rain resistant.
I took more Frisbees than what I brought home with me, which is the usual.
So can you put those closer to you because it's not in the picture?
What, the Frisbees?
Yeah, anything that you pull out of your pack.
Okay. This is the water jug, 2-liter water jug that folds up really nicely, and even if it's half full of water, the other half will fold up. So it's a very useful, nice water bottle.
And there was a lot of places in Italy and France especially where you could fill up with water at public places.
Yeah, some little water fountain in the middle of the town square. As far as clothes, I did take a hoodie along, which was nice because it rained just enough to want this, and it was cool the last couple days in Munich. So I did wear this a few times. It's really the only warm, waterproof thing I had, and it worked perfectly. More frisbees that I took. Gotta have the jugglers along, and I didn't juggle a lot, but when I did, they were useful.
He entertained people at restaurants while we were waiting for our food, and at train stops while we were waiting for our train.
Well, and then we walked past a pet store, and there was a basket outside on the street that had these little frisbees in there. They're doggy frisbees. So I had to buy one. Well, if I have to buy one, there were 3 colors. I had to buy 3. So, for the dogs.
I think he bought them for himself.
This was a package of
Special
candies.
Ghent, Belgium candies. And you can see the box is half empty because the grandkids went into it as soon as we got home.
This was one of the requests from our family to bring home, and we did.
I missed out on bringing home Zwieback.
This is a portable backpack. Packs up very small, you see, but it came through big force when we were hiking, long hikes, or hiking and walking around, exploring the old cities, especially the old town parts of all the cities. Holds quite a bit of stuff. Came in very handy, and you saw how small it folds up when we're not using it. COVID-19 tests, always a good thing to have. This was my waterproof bag that was supposed to be for if we went swimming, and we have we have wet swimming suits and towels. We put them in here, and we can travel if they're wet. We always managed to dry our swim stuff out before we traveled, so this just became another useful bag to use. Then I have my bag of prescription medicines and other medicines, shaving gear, and even some laundry detergent papers that worked really, really well. Couple of, if I didn't mention that already, these carabiners always come in handy. Then the last pocket we have here, we carried a small first aid box that has some, Neosporin, some kind of
Band-Aids,
fresh,
ibuprofen,
yeah,
Tylenol, tape.
Any fresh cuts or things, we had the stuff to put on. Very handy to have and small. This is an extra bag of what ended up to be food, and it fits in this pack. I would put water in here. This water thing, it could be all the way full, and then whatever food we had would go in this top pocket. Karen's favorite corn nuts that we found at a store.
We bought 2 packages and only ate one.
Yeah, some
dried fruit from the
fruit.
market in Munich.
So this bag full of goodies.
I had cheese and bread in there from Munich as well, but that got eaten up last night.
So that was the pack. That's everything we had in the pack. It worked real well. We never had to put it in the baggage cart. We always carried them with me. There was always space on the train and space on the airplane, so it was a great way to travel.
Except for the last airplane, Brad volunteered to check. You can see the green tag. He volunteered to gate check the bag, and it was super easy because it was just right outside the door of the airplane, and it was there when we came out.
Yeah, so you didn't have to go to the
Baggage claim.
To the baggage claim area.
And what'd you wear around for your day bag?
So then I also had this pouch that I can put around my neck and put under my shirt. This would be our travel day thing. It's hard for people to get at except me. It holds my passport and extra credit cards. We only made one credit card easily available, and the rest of these I kept close to me. It also had a little zipper here for any kind of extra cash or any need that you wanted to. And I would put my driver's license in here so I had easy access during times when we were going through security, or for whatever reason we got asked for passport and identification. So this worked really well. Then this is the bag that I would carry around most of the time in public.
Thanks to my friend Becky, you loaned it to us.
Yeah, it's right here, easy, only under control of me, little hands that we never had a problem with. Couldn't get past this.
It is a travel-on bag, so it does have those nice that little hook on it, so he can clip it closed.
We can clip it closed. Just another, pickpockets probably practice that, but it's another step they have to go through, and they can see that, and that kind of keeps them away.
We didn't really ever feel...
Never a problem.
No.
So in this bag, for the security, they want to see your bottled stuff, your liquid stuff. So that was easily accessible. Phone charger and phone cords pretty much always stayed with us, even on day trips, so we had access to recharging our phones. This bag holds sunglasses or my glasses, whichever I wasn't wearing went in this bag. Pretty nice. And I would also carry, this is a bag for all our receipts from the whole trip.
Usually you kept those in your pack.
I also carried my wallet, which included the major credit card we used, and also my driver's license if we weren't in security areas.
It's a RFID wallet.
My phone, if it wasn't in my hand, was probably in here. Also, a headlamp was always, it's just a good thing to have wherever you go, wherever you travel, however you travel.
We could use it to see the locks on doors at the Airbnbs when we were
my hands free.
And we used it to be able to see our way to the bathroom at night.
Just an extra pair of readers in case I did lose my glasses, which I did not lose my glasses, but this was nice to have. Easy to carry, didn't take up much room. An extra mask if needed, and I also carry a pen. In the front pouch is the pen, a washcloth, some Kleenex, in here there's two little pockets. One little pocket for coins, so we've got some leftover euros, and another pocket which I would carry cloth for cleaning my glasses. And also a zipper pocket for the cash, which we have leftover euros, and a sheet of paper with my contact information, telephone number, internet
Email
address, and other pertinent information, just in case this was lost, it had a chance of getting found.
And we had air tags in our bags as well.
And another zipper on the back, which I could carry anything else that I needed to and quickly. So this packet bag worked very well. That's all I had.
Yay!
Yeah, everything was right there, quick and easy to get at. Not much to think about.
Your bag weighed maybe, well, I think it started at 17.5 pounds, but then bringing home some of the souvenirs, the weight went up a little bit.
Yeah, and we never got challenged on packing, on having to check baggage. It fit on most every train shelf above us. We could always have eye contact, and it was never far away from us. Both bags, both Karen's and mine.
And some of the trains had a shelf for luggage, so if that was close to our seats, we used that. And some of the trains had space in between our seat and the seat backing up to us.
Yeah, we were on a lot of trains, and they weren't all the same. So, good pack. Karen has probably gone over what the pack looks like and its uses, so that's what I took in it.
Any advice? Things you would take again, things to leave behind?
I don't have anything that I thought I missed, and I had enough clothes to switch out and make sure I wasn't smelly.
And all the Airbnbs that we stayed at had laundry lines.
At least laundry lines. A couple of them had washers and dryers. One of them had just a washer.
So
it was a great trip. Nice and easy. We were very free and easy to go where we wanted to.
yeah, loved being lightweight.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.